friend and co-caster, Bite Me. Bite Me, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good today, but you know what I'm looking forward to this evening?
I am as well. Now tonight we've got a special game for you guys. We've got Winter Solstice versus Boku no Aegis. Interesting lineup to be sure, I would assume so.
Now, I think I've seen Boku no Aegis play at least once or twice, so I don't know what they're gonna play. I don't know their play style, but I do know that they're a solid team who does know like how to work their way around a team comp.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to see them play. This is still a pretty recently started tournament as well. Winter Solstice and Boku no Aegis are both sitting currently at 1 win and 1 loss each, with -3 on the differential for the points as well. So, I mean, statistically, they're both even right now. So it could go any which way. There's not really a preference to what we could really see going on here.
Definitely. And from last day games, I honestly have to say I'm keeping my eyes out for Red Dot. I mean, just looking at how he plays, off tank, how he played Diva the other day, and how he played like the tanks. He had a solid team structure, and so I'm definitely looking at him. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm partial to off tanks because I myself play off tank. I mean, who really wanted to see the DPS as they kill the entire team? It's all about that off tank in the back doing all the heavy lifting.
I wouldn't disagree with you there. I myself like to play off tank and main tank, so I feel a little bit of both. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think we definitely have something to look out for. But speaking of DPS, I'm really excited to see what we are going to see from Winter Solstice. We saw a little bit of Frozen Lizard and Aspect last night playing DPS. They were both very effective. Now, unfortunately, they were not able to come out on the victorious side, but they were very effective, especially Frozen Lizard playing on that Genji. So I'm very interested tonight to see how they are going to be able to play this out.
Definitely. And I'm gonna be a little bit honest here. The first map is Nepal, and let's be honest. Are we gonna see anything other than bunker? I feel like it's gonna be bunker. I feel like Winter Solstice might have learned from last game playing that sort of half bunker. They're gonna be like, yeah, nah, we'll just play full bunker.
Maybe. I mean, Horizon Lunar Colony is one of those maps where you can kind of go and do that half bunker strat that we saw Winter Solstice do. I mean, we saw Team No Sleep do it as well. So it's definitely a possibility. But as you said, Nepal, that's not really a map that you can do this off bunker strategy with. Either you commit to a full bunker or you have to play a different strategy. There's just no question about it.
Definitely. And as we're waiting for one of the
Excuse me.
players just to get ready. With no prior knowledge on how these teams work, I definitely looking at it am sort of hoping that yeah, definitely. I'm really hoping to see Aspect on that Widow just going through and just destroying everyone, honestly, but don't think I want to see it. But as much as I love seeing, off meta comps and all that thing, I just sort of want to see, you know, every once in a while you want to get a taste for that, generic meta play. It's just like fulfilling to see a game come out where both teams, they play meta and they both play really good meta. It's like I want to see a tug of war game this entire time.
Well, hopefully we're going to be able to see that. I mean, you can definitely see that the mains are pretty accurate or pretty similar in what we could possibly see tonight. But I mean, what do you see here immediately, right off the bat?
So looking at Boku no Aegis and their team comp, I'm definitely seeing Rufio. I'm not seeing any Baptiste, which is sort of concerning, but I do see Rufio and Oini-chan. So what I see is they're running triple support, of course, but it's what you would expect. It's goats, and goats always works.
I mean, it depends. I mean, maybe we'll see Winter Solstice and maybe try to do a hack fist or something like that. Hack fist has proven
Ooh,
very
yeah.
effective, or maybe what we've seen in Overwatch League, the reinvented married man strategy with a Sombra instead of a Tracer. So I mean, we've seen some effectiveness against goats, but I mean, it's just so difficult to chew through 3 tanks with 3 supports. So
That
I
is
don't know.
true.
We'll really have to see what Winter Solstice is able to come up with.
I'm, whew, I'm scared right now. I'm looking at Scar Edge right now. I'm like, ooh. I mean, like, if Scar Edge is a good diva and looking at, you know, sort of his career profile right now, it's pointing at the fact, you know, he has quite a bit of time on D-Buy. I'm definitely expecting to see a little bit of plays coming out here, but at the same time, just have a nagging feeling that Winter Solstice is going to have a slight advantage here.
Initiating match.
I think they might as well, but you know, we'll just have to see what exactly comes of this.
So you said the first map is going to be an opponent time. We're going to be hit with Village, and you know, in this map, it always seems like I see some form of Mei here. It's like it's always teased. I see it in Owl a lot. I see it in pickup games and a bunch of other tourneys, and you know, little including in comp a lot. This seems to be the main Mei map. So if we're gonna see anything that's like strictly sort of off meta, then I feel like this is definitely going to be, you know, the first time to pick it. And looking at the first picks, we both see, you know, Scar Edge and Aspect are both pulling up the Sombra, Frozen Lizard and Robo on Pharah. I think this is a mirror comp, except for
we got a triple DPS coming out from Boku.
Yeah, with only the that's up here we go. So now we're seeing the Mei coming off on the side of Winter Solstice, but I'm just seeing that only the Hammond. Oh, never mind. They keep on switching it up, so they are running double 2-2-2. It seems on the side of Winter Solstice, and we are getting a 1. No, we're getting a 3-2-1 on the side of Boku. So let's just see how this let's see how this fight comes out.
You can see a lot of damage coming out from the Pharah already. She's going to be trying to get in deep, but Winter Solstice has already made their way down to the point, so they have the advantage of being on the defense now. They are going to have to peak push, but Tezzy coming in with a nice roadkill onto Silverstar. It's going to be one of the healers down, and it's a Lucio as well. That's a lot of speed boost, a lot of healing down. We are just seeing a lot of kills come out here. So many falling. It just does not look like Winter Solstice is able to hold this one. They're going to lose this team fight, and ultimately, looks like they are going to lose this point.
So I feel like the main problem right there, what happened was the Mei got split up from the team. And here we're going to see the immediate switch of Frozen Lizard onto Pharah. Mei needs to hit those walls, and she needs to hit them good. If they're not accurate and they're not placed in the correct spot, you need to cut off the team either into half or 1/3 and then 2/3, just so you can get that sweet damage off, which I frankly didn't see there.
Just look at what is happening with Winter Solstice right now. They were super split up there. It really didn't look like each of the team, you know, each member of the team knew exactly where they were going. We saw like 3 going up, 3 going down, but we got a little bit of action coming on the point. Zarya's going to shoot her bubble out. A little bit of damage from the Hammond, but nothing going to happen just yet. You see Pharah taking a lot of damage from this Hanzo, but ultimately he's going to be the one to end up falling. Sombra was able to hack Frozen Lizard as well. Robo's going to finish him off. That is another member falling. Now it looks like it's a 5-5 situation. Make that a 5-4 situation as Theotropic is going to fall on the Mercy. Going to see a minefield come out. Robo picking off that Mercy as well. There's a team fight going out, and it does not look like we're going to see Winter Solstice be able to hold this one out at all. It is all up to 3 members of the team, but they're doing just fine. They're still surviving. A lot of damage coming out as Diazzy is able to take out Silverstar again, but Silverstar taking out the Mercy beforehand. That's going to be a res that they're not going to be able to get. We are just seeing the push. A High Noon's going to come out, but he's not going to be able to find anything.
So what happened there was Robo Lizard played a little bit too overly aggressively. Robo Lizard was able to get ZCZ off, but then he played a little bit too aggressive, getting a pick off by Robo. Now it was a huge thing. Now after that, you know, maybe what Boku should have done is they should have played a little bit more aggressive, but they sort of opted in and after that, playing back, allowing Lizard to come back and deal a lot of damage.
I agree. We're going to see the first barrage come out. It's not going to hit anybody except one person, but she's going to get taken out by the opposing Pharah. A lot of damage coming out. Pharah fighting 2 for herself. It's looking so far so good for Winter Solstice, dealing a lot of damage, being able to keep themselves alive. Overall, they're going to just continue shredding through Boku no Aegis, keeping this team fight alive. This is the 3rd team fight that they've been able to win so far. Time is ticking down. 86% left on the percentile. I think Winter Solstice is going to have this. They're going to have this one locked in the bag. I don't think there's going to be really anything we're going to see from Boku no Aegis here. Beat Drop's gonna come out. The Shatter's gonna come out as well. A bit of a huge Shatter. Doesn't really hit too much. But we're just gonna see Winter Solstice clean him up. It's going to be an easy first round for Winter Solstice.
Definitely. What we saw there was Boku didn't have enough ults to, sort of contest with Winter Solstice's 5, 6 ults that they popped right there. Immediately just plowing the field. They didn't even need to care about holding anything at all, frankly. And I don't, on the first 3 fights, I saw a lot of commitment coming up from Boku, which I really love seeing. You need that commitment and you need that courage to push straight into the enemy team and to disrupt everything when you're playing Hammond. I just didn't see the team backing him up, and I feel like that was the main reason why they weren't able to do anything. Now, looking at this new comp, it's definitely a little bit more bunkery. I'm seeing Orisa come off, Orisa and Hog coming off on the side of Winter Solstice, so I'm definitely thinking of they're going to take up this sort of right bridge right now and just sort of hog their way to victory.
Possibility, I mean, it's definitely a good composition for this map. They've got the hook, they've got the pull from Marissa and that halt. So we're going to see a team fight on the right side. Aspect getting the first opening kill onto Tezzy. That's going to be the Winston falling, and a lot of damage that's going to be falling off as well for the team of Boku no Aegis.
Yeah, definitely. And the main problem with that is not only are they losing a lot of damage, they're losing almost all of their dive potential. Looking at their team, they only really have Scare Edge and TZ in order to dive. So as soon as TZ died, you really only have one person to dive. So you lose all that dive potential without Halt and Hook coming in too. It doesn't seem like it's help out as Boku does transport on 2 points.
Aspect getting another kill there, but unfortunately with the positioning of Winter Solstice, they were just unable to contest on the point. So, Boku no Aegis is going to be able to secure that, but it doesn't look like Winter Solstice is going to have any problem trying to get this one back as well. Silver Star getting a nice kill onto Robo there. Just Aspect doing so much damage there. Oni Chan's going to fall in, and Red Dot's going to pick off that Zarya. That's going to be Sinya falling as well. They're going to get the point recaptured. It's going to be Winter Solstice holding it again.
Yeah, that was a great move by Boku. What they did was they sort of went through the side, they flanked the point, they took it, and they stayed as a team. The problem with that is the fact that, Winter has high ground.
I don't know if you noticed that, but that was very good coordination between, between Time Monster and Frozen Lizard, using that halt there to try to pull them into that Dragon Strike was just absolutely amazing. But Winter Solstice is just doing so much damage right now to Boku no Aegis. Beat Drop's going to come out. They're going to try to use this to their advantage, but a whole hog is going to come out as well, with the Bongo coming out from Arista as well. So much damage coming out on the side of Boku no Aegis. Red Dot getting another kill on Tezzy. That's the main takedown. He's going to take out the Diva here as well. That's another Dragon Strike coming out. We're going to see the Tramp come out from the opposing Zenyatta, but a Beat Drop is going to come out from Winter Solstice as well. Aspect and Silver Star both finding kills for themselves. So much damage being dealt now. Frozen Lizard is going to get a kill onto Robo, and it is all up to 3 members right now of Boku no Aegis. Frozen Lizard Red Dot is finally going to fall. Throw Topic is going to be able to get that revive though. 85% left, and it looks like that Winter Solstice is going to have no trouble securing this point and this map.
Yeah, the problem was that they initiated without their Diva. They came in one tank a little bit low, but it seems like for this fight they're going to have all the tanks they could possibly need. But that Halt's coming in, that Halt's scaring me. I think Arisa's going to be able to get a nice little kick off right here. But we do see a nice little grab come in as Boku's able to pick up back the point. They take out Red Hot, they take out Silver, and I think they're looking for the Diva right now. They're trying to find Aspect and anybody that hot hand. They do not want to get picked off again. Now keep in mind, what a great push coming off from Boku right there. They were able to grab and they were able to use Scarce Edge to their advantage, blocking off a lot of damage that the Arisa had, removing the Halt from battle and just wiping her off the field.
This is an absolute amazing comeback. So close to the end there from Boku no Aegis, Free securing that point for themselves. And now this is going to put Winter Solstice on the attack. That means they've got to be the one to push, and that can spell disaster, especially going in against Scopes. They don't really have a ton of damage that they can do for attack. A Beat Drop is going to come out, and a Diva Bomb is going to find 2 as well. Time Monster and Aspect both falling. That's a tank and your high damage DPS. Red Dot is going to be the next one to fall, and that is going to be another team fight win for Boku no Aegis. They might just be able to secure this one out and take this point for themselves and push us into a 3rd round.
Definitely that tactical nuke came in there, and I love it when I see teams play so upfront. They choke so hard up. But it seems like we're seeing a little bit of a split push coming on from the side of Team Winter.
The Bongo's going to go down, and we do have 2 more ults as well. We do have the Mercy ult as well, and we've got another Dragon Strike coming out from Frozen Lizard. Aspect trying to do a lot of damage here, but a Trance is going to come out perfectly timed. That's going to keep Boku no Aegis alive from that Dragon Strike. But oh, the Thermite is going to get booped off, but no, it's going to be a suicide. Another beat drop is going to come out as Red Dot picks off Robo. Silverstar finding one onto Rufio. This is just falling apart for Boku no Aegis. Winter Solstice have found the mark that they need. The opening has come in. Whole Hog's going to come out. There's going to be the Diva falling. The point is going to be recaptured, and there's no time for Boku no Aegis to keep this back. Oh, that is unfortunate, but the Hammond might be able to find time to get to the point, but he's going to be unable to, and that is going to be Winter Solstice winning the Paul.
Definitely, and one thing I have to say, Winter Solstice sort of, I liked the idea of the split push that Winter Solstice was going in for, but they should have held off on the Orisa putting down Bongo so early. As you saw when the Orisa came in, actually right here, it was right here, actually. This is a really good tactical nuke coming in from Scare Edge, pushing in right there, getting off Time Monster and Aspect. But like I was saying, when the Orisa was right there at that choke that we're seeing right now, she placed down Bongos right there, and that was a little bit too upfront. That meant that, you know, while Boku did sort of have to back up for that, they were able to get out of the area of effect that Bongos had. So saving that for a little bit sooner, because they did have that splish coming in, that sideways pressure was going to force them out no matter what. They sort of capitalized and didn't capitalize on it at the same time. They had enough ults to sort of waste it, but at the same time, you know, there was definitely that problem. It's like it didn't cost them anything, but it's sort of an unoptimal way to use Bongos right there.
I agree. I mean, I think that it definitely could have been played a little bit better. We saw that. I mean, there was a Trance to stop it anyway from Frozen Lizard's Dragon Strike, but I feel like once they were able to push through that point and they got onto the right-hand side of the point, setting up on the high ground, looking down to point, I feel like that probably would have been a much better place for them to be able to put that Bongo. The people on point would have been within range of that Bongo as well, and there probably would have been a lot more damage for that Dragon Strike to take out the people that were sitting back inside of the underground portion of the point, or, you know, just off of the point, that were being affected by that Dragon Strike, and it might just have finished them off as well. It did a little bit of damage to them, but not really enough to finish anything off. But we're going to return to Horizon Lunar Colony, and I say return because this is a map that we saw Winter Solstice struggle with so much yesterday. What do you think we're going to see on it?
I expect Winter Solstice to be running a similar comp. I have the feeling that what's going on here is Winter Solstice has practiced with that comp before, because you wouldn't play something like that in random tournament play. That was not a scrim. But what I definitely think we're going to see here is Winter Solstice is going to be playing the same Bastion sort of half dive, little sort of half thing comp. But what I also expect is I suspect Boku's just going to straight up run Goats again. And that's just going to be really not good for Winter Solstice. But on the off chance, we do have a sub in right now. So it seems like Techie has been has been switched off to Kiwi. You know, Kiwu. How are you supposed to say that name? Kiwu is going to be playing on the Reinhardt. So again, you know, still the same comp. They're just getting out maybe a different player, but I still just suspect the Goats, and just sort of I have a feeling Winter Solstice might get rolled here.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I mean, we would have expected them to be rolled by Goats on Nepal, which is, in my opinion, a much stronger map for Goats composition because it's so compact as compared to Horizon Lunar Colony. Horizon Lunar is just so open. There's a few compact points that you have to fight in, but overall, it's a lot of open ground for you to have a chance to do a lot of damage to the tanks, build those ults for the upcoming fight, you know? So if they were going to get rolled by tanks or by Goats, they would have gotten rolled on Nepal, but they didn't. So I think they might have a chance here.
Okay. And I think Aspect is going to be coming up on the side of, I think, defense this time, but On attack, I do expect Aspect to be on the Widow and to be dealing humongous amounts of damage coming in, because we all know that Widow is not a defense hero and is in fact one of the best offense heroes in the game. If you can put a positioned Widow in the perfect spot, you're done for. Don't even try anymore, because it's going to be over for you in under 5 seconds. But see, like I said, we're going to be seeing the same exact comp come out from Winter.
And this, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we saw from them yesterday as well. I mean, you might be right here then. This just may not work out for them, if so.
Looking at Team Boku's comp, though, I see Robo. I see Kiwoo. The Bastion is just so good against Kiwoo and Robo as well. Robo is going to be denied so much airspace by not only Bastion, but Silver Star and Red Dot as well, that it's just, I can sort of see this working right now. But, you know, I'll let the teams speak for themselves in this first fight, although I would look out for that Hanzo right now.
I mean, it's a possibility, but Scartridge already losing a lot of damage here, being brought down to already half. Oh, he's just getting melted. The D.Va already being demet. Kiwi, who is going to try to go in for a dive onto the Frozen Lizard, but he misses his shield, so that's just going to be a little bit, you know, a little bit of a miss for them. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to see what we saw from Team No Sleep, where they try to go underneath. I think we're going to try to see a high ground team fight here. A lot of damage being dealt out. Frozen Lizard finding that kill onto Scarred Edge. That's going to be the D.Va. That's going to make this a 5v6 should they choose. But they're not going to choose to fight this. They're just going to sit back. Robo trying to do a lot of damage here, but he's just getting absolutely shredded, and he's going to fall, and that is going to be another stagger. Does not look like Boku no Aegis is going to have a chance to really find a way through this composition. It's actually working out very well for Winter Solstice right now.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm loving the coordination that I'm seeing between Time Monster and Red Dot. That's perfect. As soon as the Risha Shield comes, it's going to come down right now. You're going to see immediately Red Dot go straight up. He starts doing Matrix, starts pulling up all the bullets in order to protect Frozen Lizard. Frozen Lizard does have his ult, so even if they do come under, I don't suspect that they're going to be able to hold on that long, as this fight is going to be initiated by Mercy's ult.
And with that being said, Robo's going to get the opening kill on Frozen Lizard. Zero Traffic's going to get the res. We are going to see a Bongo come down, but that's going to be ultimate as well. We did see an ult come out from Ana as well, trying to nano boost the Winston, but this is just going to be an unbearable team fight for Boku no Aegis. And we're going to be able to see a reset come out from Winter Solstice, and they're going to have no problem here winning this out.
That was a great initiation coming in from Boku. We did see the Mercy go into ultimate form. She was healing up everyone. I think she damage boosted Robo, so he did the kill off onto Frozen. But we just saw Theory Topic come in and do a heal. Here comes the nuke as well! Ooh! Oh, that could have been so good, but it was a little bit off.
It was a lot of damage being dealt to Boku no Aegis right now. They have found their way to the point. The D.Va's going to be hacked, and she's going to be demexed, so that's going to be less damage and less suppression of damage from the tank. So we'll dig it up the team fight. The Hanzo finding two for himself. Robo finding one on the Frozen Wizard. And Frozen Lizard, Kiwi is going to get a kill onto Time Monster, and Scarage is getting a kill onto Red Dot. I think that was a Baby D.Va versus Baby D.Va kill. Scarage is going to get another kill onto Aspect. Baby D.Va OP right now, and that is going to be what I thought was going to be the impossible. Boku no Aegis was able to secure the first point.
Definitely, and I feel like that happened because they were able to get a Robo on that sort of first long ult fight. That team fight sort of didn't have any fruitful consequences other than the fact that Robo fell. And once Robo fell, he wasn't able to get back, you know, Boku has respawn advantage, so they were able to start the next fight before Robo was able to get back into position.
I agree. There's the damage coming out from the top. We got a high ground battle going on, and we do see a switch from Time Monster as well, switching off that Orisa and switching on to the Winston, trying to do a little bit of damage, trying to get as much splash damage as Winston is famous for doing, what he's best at doing as well.
Well, I do see the, I definitely do see this if you're putting in a lot of work on the high ground. I want to, bring the focus on to Time Monster and Red Dot, who are, so they have great synergy. They're coming in together and they're flanking like a single enemy hero together. Their focusing fire is perfect, and whenever they jump on someone, they just seem to fall down. With the Dragon Blade coming in right now, Mercy is able to ult and get out of there. So I think that this fight might be a little bit fruitless for Boku.
That's a wasted Nano Blade as well. Robo not being able to find anything, but is not going to be jumped just yet. Nobody falling just yet from either team, but Kiwi, right as I say that, is going to be the first to fall, and Time Monster, using his primal range, is going to take out Rufio, and that's going to be 2 members down. But Robo finding 2 for himself as Time Monster takes out Sinya. Time Monster finishing off Robo, and it is just Oni-chan. He's just going to sit there, and he's just going to concede that the battle is lost and allow himself to be sacrificed to the Overwatch gods.
Oh, wait. Did you see in the beginning of that fight? Did the enemy Ana sleep Theory?
I'm not sure. I did not see that.
I think the enemy Ana slept Theory, and then someone woke him up before Robo was able to Nano Blade him, and so he just got out scot-free.
I mean, yeah, that definitely probably could have played a big factor into whether or not that team fight was going to win. But a Diva Bomb coming out right onto point. It's not going to find anybody. And Silver Star able to take out Baby Diva. So that is going to be the Diva gone as well. Red Dot getting a kill to Oni-chan. That's another support being taken out as well. Primal Rage coming out from Kiwiu. Not really going to do much. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's just getting picked off slowly. Robo finding Aspect, Red Dot, and Silver Star finding one for themselves before Kiwiu is finally able to take out Silver Star. Neotropic getting the res onto Aspect, and Aspect using that advantage to get the kill onto Robo. Nice team fight. Another one coming out from Winter Solstice here as Boku no Aegis is forced to fall back once again.
Definitely, and I'm just looking at this right now. I see, look at that ult advantage that Winter just has on them. That's 5 ults versus 3, and all 3 that they do have Nano Blade and they do have Break It Down, but just look at that. They have Theory Topic, they have Trans for when Nano Blade does come out and totally screws you over. So I think they're definitely gonna be safe this round, and as they engage, I think Nano Blade, I see the Genji and Ana, they work out for it. As soon as Genji dashes, the Nano Blade's gonna come out. I'm calling it right now.
I mean, but we have a Trance and we do have a Guardian Angel from Mercy, so I really don't think that Nano Blade is going to be able to do a whole lot here, especially as we do have a Diva Bond, which is going to be a great counter, but we're going to see him out. Not going to be able to do anything just yet. Beat Drop coming out as well. Scar Edge finding a kill onto Aspect. The Diva Bomb's going to come out with the Trance as well. Red Dot getting a kill onto Rufio. What a nice kill from that Diva Bomb. It's going to be really huge here. Not a lot coming out. We're going to see an opposing Dragon Blade come out from Frozen Lizard as well, and he's going to be able to find 2. Kiwiu finding 1 for himself. Frozen Lizard demeching the Diva. Red Dot finishing off Kiwiu, and that is just going to be a victory and another round 1 from Winter Solstice. There's no way Boku no Aegis is going to be able to contest this point.
A
defrost got in, and we're seeing a Symmetra as well. A lot of defense, and what a huge EMP, but unfortunately the rest of the team is so far, I don't think they're going to be able to capitalize on this. There is such a huge stagger coming out as we are seeing both tanks and the other support fall as they get to point. Hammock's coming in, and they're just doing so much to try to contest this point. D-Bomb's going to come out, and that's going to stop any push from the point unless Doomfist is able to touch, but he is unable to. Man, that was just stagger after stagger trying to delay that point.
That's the definition of 2CP right there.
Switching sides.
I mean, at some point you just have to give up, but it's always nice to just put in your all, just in case the enemy team does make a mistake. But that, all they need to do is take first point and then get the first tick, and then they should win this round as well. And looking from how they played, I really expect to see that kind of synergy and damage to come up. To be honest, I think that it's going to be another dive thing with Time Monster and Red Dot. I'm just loving this duo. I have to be honest. Noticing how they played in the first game, sort of caught on what was happening with them. They have a lot of synergy. They're really good with each other. And then seeing it translate to this map with their Diva Winston and Diva Orisa being... Okay, it is no business being that good.
I mean, yeah, that's really very skilled coordination right there. It's not very often that you see, teams of
Attackers
this
incoming
caliber
in
at
30
at this
seconds.
lower level. I don't mean to say caliber because I mean, we could have Overwatch League potential players here. We don't know that for sure. But I mean, at this level of gameplay, you don't really expect to see that kind of coordination come out so fluently and flawlessly. I mean, it's like they don't even need to practice doing it. It just comes so naturally.
I say otherwise. I'd say it's not natural to be that good and that coordinated. That what I see right now, what I see here is Winter Solstice and what they've worked so hard. I can see the hard work that has gone into this team, and from this push, you'll see how good Red Dot and and Time Monsters are together. I say Time Monster attacked and then destroyed by Bastion.
It looks like we're going to see a little bit of a repeat, composition come out from Boku no Aegis here as well. Seeing that was a good strategy. Frozen Lizard and, Time Monster's going to fall. Not a lot of damage being dealt on the side of, Winter Solstice. And look at this. We even got a few of them kind of pinned down here, just trying to gather up. But bullets are just flying. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this one. They're really stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Now let's see how they play. It seems like they're going to be sort of transitioning onto high ground. They might, if I were them, I would just go straight to point. I don't want to deal with the halts that Sarisa can do. You do see Sombra. I think Sombra might be coming up in the back line to try to hack Bastion. We're going to actually get a high ground fight up here.
I mean, we really only saw a little bit come out from Frozen Lizard. Time Monster's going to fall as well as your topic. And it really looks like this is going to be another team fight for Boku no Aegis. I mean, this is really not working out for Winter Solstice. It really seems like they're unable to beat their own comp. Robo finding another kill onto Silverstar, and this is just another team fight in the bag for Boku no Aegis. I mean, we saw Frozen Lizard try to come up from back there, but it didn't play out the way he was really hoping it to.
So what we're seeing is Winter Solstice, they want to run dive, and I can feel it. They definitely have the ability to run dive, but they're not at that level where they can run dive sort of like with the Winston against the Bastion, because the Bastion just seems to be turning around every single second and just destroying it. As do see them fall down one more time to Robo's point-and-click adventure.
Aspect getting a kill onto Scarridge there, and we are going to see a huge EMP come out, but unfortunately for them, the Bastion was able to get their result off, but it's not going to matter as he's going to get taken out anyways. A counter EMP is going to come out, a lot of damage being dealt out to Winter Solstice here. They're down to Demon Bomb's going to come out, and no, he's able to find two. Robo jumping right into it, almost as if he was trying to sacrifice, and it does not look like we are going to have a res come out either. The enemy Mercy is going to be hacked. Oni-chan not having a chance here. Red Dot's going to be next. The counter Demon Bomb is going to come out as well. Not going to find anybody though. Silverstar being hacked as well. Huge damage coming out from Winter Solstice, and it looks like they have finally found their point and able to secure this one down.
Not to mention, they might snowball it. Straight up, there still are a few enemies respawning, and they have 4 ults compared to the, Boku's 2 ults. 4 ults, 5 ults actually, because Sombra is about to get hers EMP as well, so this might end right here.
Did you just see what Robo did? I don't know why he staggered that way. Now he has to wait for a respawn. He is going to switch though onto the Brigida, so they're gonna have another tank. Because let's be honest here, Brigida's a tank, but a huge EMP coming out from Aspect. But he's gonna get taken out, as we are going to see the Nano Blade come out as well. Just ult after ult being used here. Time Monster getting a kill onto Robo. Just damage coming out as we are going to see Xenia and Robo both fall. We are trying to see the delay come out, another Hammond coming out as well, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get hacked out. He's going to get pushed off the point by Red Dot and Time Monster both. Beat drop coming out as well, another hack onto the Hammond. Tooth is getting picked off as well, and it looks like we are going to see Winter Solstice be able to secure it, but maybe not. We are just seeing a continuous delay. Diva Bomb coming out, and it's going to find another 2 for himself. Dude, this is just absolutely wild. We're just seeing stagger after stagger, delay after delay coming out from Boku no Aegis here. This is just wild, but in the end, Winter Solstice is able to finally secure it, and they're going to secure map number 2.
Definitely, but looking at this, whenever a team sort of goes into that, stagger comp where they're just trying to delay the inevitable, unless they can get a really good pickoff, unless they can do something that's really cool really quickly, it's almost always going to end up on the favor of who's ever winning. And in this part, EMP Nanoblade, which is, it's so good, you don't even have a counter to it that much anymore. The only counter that you really have to EMP Nanoblade nowadays is really, really good game knowledge and tracking of enemy ults, which, if Boku no Aegis, if Boku was able to figure out that and play accordingly, I would say that they belong in OWL.
I mean, yeah, there's just a lot that goes into it and what you have to be able to accomplish with it. But we are going to get ready to move to our next map here as well, which I believe should be, Eichenwald. So Eichenwald is going to be the next match, and then Dorado is going to be the fourth. Now, what do you think we're going to see on Eichenwald here?
It's going to be bunker goats, to be honest. I mean, I don't see Boku no or Winter Solstice really running anything else in the situation. In fact, if I were Boku no, I wouldn't take any drastic measures. I'd work on what I would have practiced if I were in this situation. So we're going to have another sub, Texi for Kiwi on the side of Boku. So now Kiwi for Texi, I think. So I think they're bringing Texi. So there might have just been like, maybe trying someone out or just figuring out, who's ready to play or it could have been anything. Anyway, we do have Texi back in the point of main tank.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what he's able to do here. I mean, overall, I think we could see anything at this point, and it looks like we are going to see with the the standard 2-2-2 come out from Winter Solstice, as seems to be kind of standard with them. It doesn't really look like Winter Solstice is a huge fan of tanks, because so far from the last 2 days and the last 4 games that we've seen them play, they haven't ran goats once. So I wonder what's stopping them from running such an over meta.
Well, I wouldn't say that, because during Nepal they ran Oriso Roadhog. So I think it's just who they're practiced on and what they're comfortable with. And I would honestly rather see a team play something that they've practiced and that they're comfortable with than see them run meta. If a team can run off meta and they can do it consistently and that's what they practiced, then by all means go off meta. I'll love it. I'll eat that up.
Of course. And we are seeing another change as well in the roster. Another sub, Kill Over Me, will be replacing Rufio as well. So he's going to be coming in as support.
Ooh. Now, let me take a look at Kill Over Me real quick, because let's just see what he plays. Okay, so Kill Over Me. It's a Canadian player. Ooh, no, I'm joking. So Kill Over Me, I think he's actually more of a main tank. So I think he's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing him on tank for this game. Unless he has some like hidden
main tank. Moira.
Oh, he picked Moira.
Yeah,
well, it's his 5-star silver Smurf. Yeah, it's his 5-star silver Smurf. Don't worry about it.
Interesting. All right, well, interesting. But once again, seeing the GOAT's composition coming out from Boku no Aegis, a standard bunker comp coming out from Winter Solstice as well. They've got the standard Zenyatta Mercy. They've got the Roadhog Orisa combo, and I like their DPS combo here. Frozen Lizard and Aspect, both on pretty medium to long range DPSs that can deal a lot of damage very quickly.
Definitely. So here we go for the first fight seems to be rallying up. I just expect some poking and prodding on the team of Boku just to make sure the comp's all the same, and then a really committed push, or just a committed push in the first round. I feel they just need to commit to this first fight. I feel like they can do a lot of damage real quick, and they might be able to win this fight.
I mean, it's a possibility, but we're seeing a lot of damage be dealt out to Boku no Aegis, but it really looks like they're just holding back a little bit, testing the water, seeing what they are able to, what they are able and unable to get away with. But Kill Over Me already getting hooked. What a nice hook coming out for Red Dot. So that's going to be the first support being taken down, and if they had any intention of doing a kill, a team fight here, that was put to bed rather quickly.
Definitely. Ooh, I'm just looking at this right now. They need to commit, is what what needs to happen. They need to all go in, and here we go, here we go. So we see Texie, he's coming in all at once. Wei Chan did get a little bit dazed there, but this is what we need to see. This is what, you know, Boku needs to do to win this fight.
We're seeing a lot of ult come out so quickly here, trying to get rid of this first fight. Aspect getting a kill onto Oni-chan, that is going to be him falling, and it looks like he might be able to secure another kill onto the Baby Diva, but Frozen Lizard is going to be hitting that one. Silver Star is going to fall in a Dragon Strike coming out from Frozen Lizard. He's going to find one on Skull over me. Your Optic is going to be able to get the res up, with Frozen Lizard finishing 2 off as well, and then his Red Dot finishing off Robo, and that's going to be a victorious team fight, but not without cost, as Boku no Aegis was able to secure 2 ticks on this first point. We only have 1 to go, and with the results of that team fight, I don't think they're going to have a problem securing that final tick and getting that payload moving.
Definitely. Plus, they have almost 5 ults coming up. Scare Edge is about to have his bomb as well. We only really see bongos on the side. It's like on the front thing. They need to stop the push right now. If it doesn't stop right now, then we're going to see a huge amount of trouble come off on the side of Winter.
We did see a high noon come out from Aspect, but he wasn't able to do anything. That Deadeye not finding any targets just yet. We did see somebody fall from, from Winter Solstice, but I think they got red. Scarred Ridge is going to fall as well to Diva, and that's going to be the team fight going into the favor of Winter Solstice. They're going to have to push, or excuse me, Boku no Aegis is going to have to fall back and try to regroup, recalibrate, get ready for another push and try to secure this next team fight. Time is ticking down.
Now, what we saw there was sort of the creme de la creme of a bad grab. So we see DCC come in and grab, and we see Killover come in. Oh my god, that dragon was absolutely huge. The ult as well coming into the well. Yell's just gonna come out, and there's no way in God's name that Boku is gonna be coming out on the top of this fight.
I don't know, another Deadeye coming out. He's gonna find Oni-chan. Theotropic getting that res onto Frozen Lizard, and that goes well as well because he's able to find another one, and just Silver Star finding 2 for himself. Frozen Lizard finding a second one for himself as well. The Scarred Ridge is going to say, screw it. I'm going to commit, I'm going to commit suicide. He's just gonna fall. I think we've got one more team fight to see.
We have 1 or 2 more team fights coming up here, and it seems like the ults are going to be coming off on this a tad bit on this side of Boku. They almost have grab, but looking at how they did that grab last time, they topped it. They really only had the Mora coming out and doing some damage on the side as well. So this push needs to be a good one. They're going to go off on the side, so hopefully they can catch Winter off guard.
Maybe that's a good grab to stop it, and with them point blank with each other, they were able to secure the payload. What an absolute fantastic grab to delay it. But the team fight coming out anyway, and Boku no Aegis is just absolutely being demolished here. I think we might see Winter Solstice try to hold them at spawn.
I wouldn't recommend it if I was Winter Solstice Plus. You already sort of popped bongos. So he's gonna come the next thing. They're just gonna pop as many ults as they possibly can right now.
I mean, it's going to be a good idea. Another Deadeye coming out. He might not be able to find anything, but he's going to find Robo, and we saw a good play come from Kill Over Me there, hiding behind the payload, trying to stay out of the reach of that Deadeye, but Aspect picking up 2 for himself, and Frozen Lizard, these 2 DPS just doing absolute monstrous amounts of work for Winter Solstice here. And what we recommend wouldn't be a good idea is turning out to be quite a good idea, and they're being very effective holding them here at spawn. But coming in full force from Boku no Aegis, they might be able to hold it here. Whole Hog's gonna come out. Not gonna find anybody just yet. Massive amount of damage coming out. Frozen Lizard getting another kill onto Robo. Oni-chan getting kill on the Time Monster, and this might be the opening that Winter Solstice, excuse me, not Winter Solstice, but Boku no Aegis was looking for. They're going to finally get pushed back and have to retreat.
You know, we could push back and retreat, but are we gonna? And that's what they're saying, because they're not at all. Okay, they might push back a little bit, but that was actually like, for how long that, they had that going on for, and how long they were pushing up, straight up on the spawn. Going on 1 minute to go the rest of the way to point 2 seems a little bit iffy.
Yeah, I mean, them being able to do this, they've not been effective with their Farfetch. Another Deadeye coming out from Aztec. He is just Johnny on the spot, getting those taken off. Time Monster getting a kill on Tezzy. Cynthia's going to destroy that Bongo, but Robo finally able to pick out Aztec. A huge grab coming out, but we are going to see Trance come out as well from Silver Star. That's going to keep the team alive during the Trance. A nice Diva Bomb coming out. This is going to find Geotropic. That's going to be another support falling, and so much damage being taken out as we are seeing the rest of Winter Solstice fall. And they've got a long way to go to try to counter this point. But, I mean, there's 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left. They've got the time, they've got the numbers, but they don't have the ults.
So the problem what happened there was when you grab and you get out of grab, you sort of want to stay grouped up. They didn't exactly group up. They sort of broke off, and that's why Mercy died. She tried to come over and help her tank stop, but it didn't really work out. So I thought Barb was gonna get a boot right there.
Frozen Lizard getting a nice kill on Tezzy. That was a very nice delay tactic there, using that Dragon Strike. Silver Dot getting a nice boot and an environmental kill onto Xenia. Aspect getting a kill onto Scarage, and here we go. Team fight going into the favor, and that is going to be this round going into the hands of Winter Solstice, as we were able to see Boku no Aegis secure the payload, but not able to get it just quite yet to point number 2.
So that was actually a genius play by Hanzo. So what happens is the dragon comes out, right? Reinhardt pops his, smash. He brings down the Fatty Shatty. That got 5 people. That was a humongous shatter. But the problem that you have, right, as soon as that dragon comes out is, hold on, how do we get to the enemy? It's a dragon in the way. So you have that point where, Fatty Shatty, you want to capitalize on it, but you really can't because this humongous dragon's in the way. So by pushing off that dragon and by not only getting the Ryan with that ultimate, you just sort of feel bad for Boku because there was a kill farm right in front of them, but they barely missed it. So this is a really common point to get to. So I think what needs to happen is we need to see huge holds come off from Boku in order to win this. And they need to win this. If they do not win this, then it's going to be over. They need to win these next 2 games and then the tiebreaker if they want to come out victorious.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's just a matter of fact with that. But what do you think is going to happen here? Because when it comes to team fights, I mean, so far we've seen Winter Solstice just being able to absolutely steamroll through Boku no Aegis, even at their own spawn. Boku no Aegis had no chance of getting out of there until they got a few good opening picks to finally push Winter Solstice out.
Here's what I'm accepting, right? Frozen Lizard, theory topic. Far Mercy carry. Right? Time Monster, Red Dot, perfect tanks carry. Aspect, Sombra carry, and then Silver Star, Lucio carry. It's gonna be great no matter what. Ooh, but it seems like the Far and Mercy store got disconnected. Are they going for the? They're going for the old back around the comp. Oh, this is absolutely insane. I haven't seen this for at least a year and a half. This is people all the time in the beginning of the game. Seems like we're gonna have a little punch coming, but God, they're in such an awkward position.
I mean, it's very lackluster on the team fight. Everybody is just so spread out. Don't really have too much of a chance to do anything major here. We are seeing Frozen Lizard doing a lot of damage to this Bastion as well, but he's tucked behind pretty safely behind this bunker. I mean, it's looking pretty good for both teams right now. I think this could go either way, but the problem here is Winter Solstice is just so spread out. They're not doing a lot of damage except for Frozen Lizard and Aspect, both of which almost have their ult, and I think combining those ults, having that EMP and having that barrage is going to be a huge play here for them.
Definitely, and I need to see Hammond, and I need to see, there comes the huge EMP, that's what I was looking for. Bastion's gonna fall down, Kill Over Me's gonna fall down, Oni-chan, better look out, because you're gonna be next.
Robo getting a good kill to Aspect there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. But Robo getting a kill on the Time Monster with his Riptire. That's a Diva Bomb fighting careful and stuff. That was absolutely massive. Tenzi trying to stay alive with the help of Oni-chan, but he's going to fall, and that is going to be Oni-chan falling next as well, and that is going to be point number 1 being secured so quickly. They're going to have 6 minutes to get this point forward.
Look what Frozen's doing. He's playing aggressive. This is why I want to see every single. As soon as you get that point, I better be only seeing one support on that point, and everyone else better be pushing up, because that is the optimal way to push the point. And if you're not doing it, better get off of this server because you're playing unoptimally.
Absolutely. That was just fantastic coordination and ultimate way to just get ultimate way to there was no pun intended there to just secure that one out. See a Diva Bomb come out, but unfortunately it's not going to find anything as it did get blocked by the doorway, I believe. Robo trying to do a little bit of damage to Aspect here, who has switched to this Widow. Time Monster getting a kill onto Sizna. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Looking really good for Winter Solstice here. Silver Star getting an environmental and booping Oni-chan off the map. Aspect finding a kill onto Tezzy. Red Dot getting a kill onto Over Me. Kill Over Me. Kill onto Kill Over Me. That's a mouthful. Red Dot getting a kill onto Robo, and this is looking so good for Winter Solstice right now.
This is what I love every single time. You see this trash damage from top, you know, both the tanks come out. They're doing a lot of damage, and no one's really taking damage until finally someone from the team tips the scales. Frozen Lizard, Fury Olympic getting a res or anything like that. He tips the scales, getting more damage, and the bomb kill onto the scale. But it's not gonna tip it too much, and it can just lead to a roll. One person falls down, the next one, and the next one, as we're seeing right here, a sort of a fruitless endeavor until Frozen Lizard manages to ult, get 2 kills, and now you're gonna see Boku get wiped, and this should be game.
Yeah, Red Dot getting a kill onto Tezzy here. This is just ultimate, this is ultimate after ultimate coming out, trying to win this team fight. And it looks like they are going to secure. And finally, somebody getting onto point. It was very close there. The group's going to come out, trying to keep the last 2 members. And now 3 members coming out, trying to delay that point as much as possible because they're going to fall. And here we go. A victory for Winter Solstice as they secure map number 3, 3-0 so far in this series.
I just want to, give massive props to Boku's Ana at the end there. They got a huge, absolute huge ante, but no one's gonna capitalize. Anyway, take a look at this Roadhog. Gets a hook off. You can sit on it right now. There's no reason for you to be in that mech. As Red Hot just does so much. It's almost impossible to believe how much damage this dude just pumps out in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was just absolutely amazing. Such a good play from Winter Solstice there, and ultimately securing that. They're just absolutely steamrolling, and it's really impressive that they're steamrolling so well because they are just tearing through goats as if it's nothing. And I really feel like that is a problem on Boku no Aegis' side because a well-coordinated goats composition, if you're not running goats as well, you're not getting through that at all.
And we have another sub in right now. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
We do have Kiwo Protexi, so it's something's fishy here. I wonder. I'm probably just a quick switch off, but I don't think we are going to see Killer and me be swapped out. It seems like we're seeing a lot of subs come off from Boku right now.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to try to find a composition that's working. It is what it is. But, we'll see what they're able to do here. As we move into Dorado, I'm really wondering how this is going to play out for Boku no Aegis. So far, it really does not seem like their coordination has been to the level that we've been seeing from Winter Solstice, and that has really been hindering them and preventing them from being able to secure these points and be able to, secure these maps like they really need to.
Definitely. I'm just looking at. I want to see Boku I want to see Boku thrash. I just want to see Boku thrash.
I mean, I kind of do as well, but that's just because I feel for Boku no Aegis, so I kind of want to see him do it as well, but it's iffy.
But do you know what I want to see more than anything in the world? When I see Dorado, Junkertown, or Gibraltar come up. Actually, not even Gibraltar. Do you know what I want to see when I see Dorado or Junkertown come up?
Yeah.
I want to see that pirate ship. I want to see that Orisa, that Bastion, and they better be setting those sails to fly, because you sure as bet the enemy team is going to be quicking. As soon as you hear that, and you're like, crap, they got a Bastion, and we don't have the comp for that. Coach, what do we do?
I mean, I'm kind of sideways on that one, to be honest, because normally I would say, a super well coordinated team would have no problem getting rid of that pirate ship. And once they got Bastion off of point, he's going to stay off point. It's either switch off the Bastion or you're just going to keep dying. But at the same time, that's not really what we've been seeing from Boku no Aegis. So I think a pirate ship would work here against them quite effectively, quite devastatingly, either. Not even just effectively, just devastatingly, period. But that's not what we're going to see. It looks like we're going to see a pretty similar lineup to what we have been seeing so far this entire series from Winter Solstice, except this time Aspect is going to play the soldier, trying to get that long range damage. Combine that with Frozen Lizard back on the Hanzo, who is just absolutely devastating. I think this might work out pretty well for them.
We're gonna see a little bit of damage come off from the side of, Frozen Lizard. Oh, Robo is playing up right now, trying to get a few picks, but Winter Solstice seems to be holding up pretty heavily right now. Other than a little bit of trash damage here and there, which you don't want trash damage when you're playing against the Mercy or any other support, because straight up you're feeding them all to that point. Aspect does come up with a kill, but it's on killer. Okay, now Scarage, now Robo, and now this is going to be going on to the side of a nice big old hole.
Now, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but Time Monster did have his shield go awry there, and it actually landed down ground level with the defenders, so they were extremely exposed up there. But unfortunately, Boku no Aegis was in no position to capitalize on that. Kill over me, get a nice kill, switching onto that DPS, onto Aspect, which Aspect has just been doing so much damage and been an absolute monstrosity towards Boku no Aegis here. This fair is very brave.
Did ZCC almost get like a Reddit shot up on Silver Star?
It's a possibility.
It was so close, man. That was next scene. Anyway, so we do see another fight occurring right now, but it's nothing too big. It's a skirmish, but looking at this with the ice coming in, it's now or never that Winter Solstice needs to come up and try to win this fight.
This is a huge visor coming out from Aspect as well, finding two, and then Frozen Lizard picking off the Mercy that got dropped down very low. Looks like Kiwu he just barely gets taken out. He narrowly avoided death there, but unfortunately he was finally getting taken out.
Oh, that was such a weird, awkward play, but Aspect was able to pull that off. God, absolute annihilation right now. And the ult advantage still goes to Winter Solstice. That's 3 against 2, albeit that is far up. But you just have 2 support ults on the side of Winter Solstice, as well as dragons. Unless they can possibly, they don't have anything to eat either. With ZCZ going down, it's just going to be a little bit too hard. I don't think they're going to be able to win this push. Maybe the next one, but not this one.
It's a possibility, but Scarage does have
that's
a huge minefield as well, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do anything. Red Dot is just going to eat it up like they are breakfast cereal, laying down in the bowl. He's just going to nom them through.
If his team went in at that exact moment, those proximity mines were going to be the perfect choke point. But it's so annoying. That was such a good ult from Kiwo. It was a good ult, but it was at the wrong time, making a really terrible ult. But we see a humongous EMP come off the side of Scarage.
That was a nice EMP, but it's not going to be anything that Dragon Blade, I'm so sorry, that Dragon Strike was not able to do any damage. We did see Silver Star avoid that EMP, and he was able to get his ult off, keep his team alive, and then Aspect coming in doing a lot of damage with that visor as well, being damage boosted by the Mercy. It's just looking really good for Winter Solstice here. We got one more team fight coming out, and it is now or never if we want to see Boku no Aegis push through and get to the point, get to the first point.
Especially with Robo getting picked up they're speeding Aspect right now, and it's coming up to 6 seconds. It's going to be easy pickings for anyone if they were on Dorado. With everyone falling down super quickly, it's a tad bit over halfway to the first point. So it's definitely going to be a really fast push. It's either going to be long and arduous as we see Winter Solstice gets held, but looking at the way that both these teams have been playing and making a reasonable prediction, Winter Solstice is going to thrash this like Boku is a bunch of blueberries in a blender.
That's a good analogy there. I like that, and I would be inclined to agree with you. It's not going to be any problem for Winter Solstice here. This is amazing, honestly, because what we're seeing right now is not the Winter Solstice we saw last night. Maybe they just had a bad game, and they weren't all really feeling it too much. It's not really an excuse, but seeing them perform this way this evening is just absolutely warms my heart to see them make a comeback like this and be able to just show what this team is really made of and show their worth.
Yeah, definitely. And I can, last game, they must have been an off day. But looking at them right now, I can see that hard work and dedication that we have by Time Monster. I probably said this, but like, I just love when two teammates can synergize so well. And it's not just those two. It's Frozen Lizard and Theory Topic are able to synergize amazingly well as well. So it's so nice to see teams be able to synergize. And if they can get Silver Star and Aspect to be able to synergize as well, or like, pick out the comp a little bit where everyone's synergizing with everyone else, that would be so good. And I think Winter Solstice would be damn near impossible to stop.
Stop the payload.
Are they gonna try to? They're trying to. They're trying to cinnamon roll, but they can't cinnamon roll because they got found out. Oh, we try to cinnamon roll, but you can't. As we see the hammer come in, trying to do a little bit of damage, but it's just not gonna show out. A failed cinnamon roll is always a sight to behold.
But at the same time, Kiwu is going to be able to get that kill onto Time Monster. That's going to be the Hammond falling. This actually worked out for them. They weren't able to do it in the way that they were really hoping for, but they definitely delayed Winter Solstice here just a little bit. Silver Star is going to fall to Oni-chan, and this is looking really good for Winter Solstice, or excuse me, for Boku no Aegis here. Kiwu getting a kill onto Red Dot, but not a kill. He's just going to demech the Diva there. This is just absolutely wild and so hectic as these team fights. It's so spread out. A Dragon Blade already. That is just absolutely wild that he's able to build that up so quickly.
Oh,
he's only
Silver
got
Star!
one though, and Silver Star coming out with two. Frozen Lizard coming out with another one. Aspect cleaning up Xenia. And this is just looking so good as Winter Solstice has just completely turned this around. It's going to be Scarab falling, and they're going to have this in the bag. It's going to be really, really close. Boku no Aegis is going to be able to get there and delay it, but it's going to be close.
Now, I'll be honest, I always love myself some cinnamon roll. Come on, some good old classic, trying to cinnamon roll the enemy team, trying to troll them out of their victory, but it doesn't always work out sometimes, and sometimes that Genji close off coming, predicted it, and the next fight starts. A great proximity mine off on the side of Time Monster, just original.
I'm not really sure what this trance is here. He should be eating up those mines. There he goes, finally doing it, trying to delay that point a little bit more. Robo getting a kill onto Silver Star. That is going to be the Zenyatta falling, and that looks like Winter Solstice is going to fall back and opt to regroup instead of trying to continue this team fight in a 5v6.
Not to mention, they do have ult advantage for this next fight. So I definitely do think that they're going to be pulling up another fight win, but it's just so close. And looking at the ults they have Oni-chan and they have Scarab. If this bomb isn't good, and Aspect whacks people like they're pinatas, like I've seen him do this entire game, it's gonna be on the side of Winter Solstice.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, we do have a trance as well. Time Monster taking a lot of damage as well. Dragon Blade's gonna come out. There's not going to be a counter Diva Bomb here. That would have been absolutely perfect at this point for them to use that. There's the grabs coming out, and we might see a Diva Bomb here. No, he's not going to happen just yet. Aspect getting a kill on Robo. Frozen Lizard coming out as well. Oni-chan getting a kill on the Red Dot, and we switch to the Symmetra as well. Looking really good right now for Winter Solstice. Aspect getting a kill on the kill over me, and finally there's that Diva Bomb. It's going to find one. Silver Star being the one to fall, and that is going to be the Zenyatta and your support getting taken out. Doofus has come in as well, looking really good here as we see a nice looking barrage come out. Robo falling, Scarab's being demech as well. He's looking really, really good. Red Dot has EMP as well, and there it goes. That's absolutely huge, but we are going to see a trance come out from the opposing Zenyatta as well. His kill over me gets that kill onto Red Dot before he pulls it out. Another Dragon Blade coming out. Aspect getting a kill onto kill over me. Aspect getting taken out by that Mind Spell. looking really good for both teams. This could go either way. It's so back and forth. The delay coming out from Boku no Aegis is just absolutely amazing right now.
But you do need to understand that Winter Solstice does have the respawn advantage, and from what I see, Frozen Lizard is doing a lot more damage than what I see ZCC coming out with it. Robo, while he is on the Doomfist, he needs to get out. There comes the proximity mines, and if it's gonna turn over, it should be turning over right about now. It's a little bit of a tug of war thing, but here we have Aspect, Frozen Lizard, he picks up, and this is where the game will end, and we will see victory come to Winter Solstice as they 4-0 sweep Boku no.
That was an absolutely amazing map and very close for Boku no Aegis too. They brought it to overtime there. I mean, it was really, really close. But that's GG's, ladies and gentlemen. As you said, it's a 4-0 sweep. I like to see more.
Man, so looking at that, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, whenever I see two Hammonds, I just immediately think of like a game of ping pong. Even though like it makes absolutely no sense, I just think of, like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, who's the die first? There goes the proximity mine. That's all I can ever think of whenever I see a Hammond.
I agree. It was definitely a pleasure to watch that as well. Like I said, Winter Solstice pulling it out of the pocket. They really pulled this out of their pocket compared to what we saw last night. I'm excited to see Winter Solstice going forward.
Talking about Winter Solstice, now, okay, we do want to say thank you for coming and watching the stream. This is Winter Solstice versus Boku no Aegis for, I think, OCC Week 3. I have been your color caster, Bite Me, along with TDS on play-by-play.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching, coming out to support whatever team you were supporting.
And if you were here to support Winter Solstice, you know, like, okay, I low-key like this team. I low-key like these casters. Where we at? Just so you know, there will be another game, and while it's not Winter Solstice, it's Summer Solstice. So if you want to see more, come back on 9 p.m. EST on June 19th. And hold on. But you thought I was done talking about things. No. There's also going to be a giveaway. So I think what you have to do for the giveaway is, correct me if I'm right, but I think you just need to follow them on Twitter, or I'm trying to remember how the giveaway worked. But it just follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Twitter. Give them a retweet. Yeah, correct. So the Twitter is @Solstice Gaming with 2 G's, because I got that GG coming in. Anyway, please come. Anyway, please come back June 29th, 9 p.m. EST for Soda Pop Lemonade versus Summer Solstice.
All right. We shall see you then, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, good night.